it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, it sucks it happened this way, but then again, it gives me the chance to go out there and spread my wings and fly a little bit like I never have, like a new baby bird leaving the nest.
All right, before we get into this amazing conversation with Heath Slater, such a good one, please just take a second right now to click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more interviews with recently released WWE superstars that are coming up in the next few days/weeks.
All right. Well, Heath, thanks for joining us.
Dude, thanks for having me, my man.
Well, for anyone that's
too, man.
Oh, well, thank you. I haven't got a haircut in forever, so it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger up here.
That may be Elvis look, man.
Well, I'm trying to make it, a little smaller. You got the right idea. I should just be wearing a hat all the time.
Yeah, why not, right?
That's the way to do it. For anyone that's watching this, it looks like you're in a beautiful setting here.
Oh yeah, this is my my peaceful place. I got my water over here. It's nice, cool breeze. I come out here to think and bullshit and stuff like that.
But you live out in like the middle of nothingness, right?
I want to say people think that, just because of how it's set up. But no, I live in a nice community. I mean, it's close to places and stuff.
It's close to places and stuff.
Yeah, it's not way back in the boondocks, but I can see how people gets that feel when they look at the pictures I take or the videos I shoot with the kids and stuff.
What is the closest like major city that you're close to?
Well, I mean, I live in Fort Mill, South Carolina, so that's a pretty big city. But
I guess I think most people know like Charleston or something.
True, yeah, but Charlotte's the closest city to me.
Okay, and how far are you from Charlotte?
25-30 minutes.
So that's your airport?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't make sense here. I get it.
Yeah, not bad.
So have you been spending a lot of time out in your thinking and bullshitting area?
Honestly, yeah, I have, man. I don't know, thinking about the future, thinking about what's next, planning and stuff like that. So, just getting my mind right, and during the day, man, hitting these garage workouts. It's been kicking my ass.
I've been keeping up with your workouts, which I'm jealous of because my workouts have consisted of body weight workouts, which, let's be honest, they're not real workouts. But
I mean, it keeps your heart rate up a little bit, I guess.
I'm so excited for gyms to open whenever that happens.
For sure, I know. Who knows, But yeah, man, I've been doing this CrossFit stuff now, and I never was a fan of it, or anything, and then the last month, man, it's just been hitting it hard. And it's like one of those things that it sucks so bad that you start liking it, I guess, but yeah, man, those workouts, they really get to you, but they work. So, I've been telling, the inches have been leaving the body and tightening up more. So, and then again, it's one of those workouts that's good for the ring, because in the ring, you go, then you have a little rest spot, go, little rest spot. Like CrossFit kind of works like that also.
Do you have a goal in mind of how much weight you want to lose or perhaps gain in muscle?
Not at all, man. I'm just going to let my body form itself. I'm just going to bust my ass and see what happens.
Well, how's everything going, for you? Obviously one with quarantine, and it's been about 3 weeks since the news came that you were released. How's everything going for you?
Quarantine is, to me, it's not bad at all. I go to the store once a week, get whatever I need for that week or week and a half, and I stay home chilling with the kids, man, and working out, doing homeschooling, which is hard. Like, I did not understand how hard second grade and kindergarten homework was.
You're a teacher now.
Yeah, right? I'm going to have so many skills when I come back. But yeah, man, teachers, man, they don't get paid enough. I'm going to put that out there because, my goodness, man, some of the stuff that they're doing, I'm just like, I don't think I did this until like the 5th grade. So I don't know. But the whole release, it's one of those things, it happened. I mean, hell, I was there for 14 years and the pandemic had to take me out. So that, yeah, whatever, 14 years is a good run. 10 years on the main roster. I have no ill words to say, It's just one of those things. I mean, hell, they gave me everything I've got. And the one thing I've always wanted to do was wrestle, and I got to do it for, a decade on television. I mean, I was 22 when I got signed, I think. Something like that. I mean, I was a kid. And, just exploring life and adventure. And, hell, that's what WWE does, too, man. It's like, you go everywhere and see everything with them. But no, I mean, of course, it's like any other relationship. You have your ups and downs. I mean, that's any job. If anybody out there says, oh, I love my job so much, I wake up every day and I do it. Man, that's bull crap, because it's not true. Everyone has their ups and downs with their jobs, but, you just got to make the best of it with what you get. So, I mean, the only thing I have to say is thank you. But now, I mean, I'm 36. I still feel like I'm active, young, and I can still go out there and, do some things. So I just want to do things I never were able to do. Like the whole, I've never even been to another federation. Like I've been in WWE the whole time. So it's like TNA has good workers, AAA, New Japan, AEW, like all these feds around here to where like, new spices go in there. It's going to change some things up, even NWA, man, NWA was fun, so I mean, it's just one of those things where like, yeah, it sucks it happened this way, but then again, it gives me the chance to go out there and spread my wings and fly a little bit like I never have, like a new baby bird leaving the nest.
We had Zack Ryder on, Matt Cardona, recently, and he said that he kind of saw the writing on the wall, that he was actually expecting to get released after, the pandemic happened. Yeah. Same thing for you?
I want to say, like, I saw the writing on the wall for like a couple years or something. The only reason I say that because, like, I never was really into anything after me and Terry or Rhino. So it was one of those things where it was just like, well, Heath, can you put this guy over and make him look good, whatever, and I'm good at that, I guess, that's what people say anyway. But it's one of those things to where like, you can see it, but it doesn't really smack you in the face until it happens type deal, but I literally thought with this whole pandemic and everything, how everyone was letting body off, like I felt like WWE wouldn't, they would have kept them on, kept them strong, but yeah, I mean, it happened, but it was like Matt was saying, he saw a missed call from Carano. Same thing with me, because I saw it. And I'm just like, looked at my wife. I'm like, hey, I'm about to get fired. She was like, you think? I said, oh, yeah, I am. So then I called Carano and I said that line to him. Like, you telling me after daggone 14 years, a damn pandemic's will take me out? He literally just was like, man, like, I'm sorry, but, this is the decision. It was like one of those things that he just was like, man, I didn't want to say it, but I have to,
Right. Well, there was a point in 2014 when 2 of the 3 members of 3MB were released.
Yeah.
Did you think that was going to be, your time as well back then?
Oh, I called Carano again and asked him if he forgot to call me, and he told me I was safe. Dude, I seriously, like, I remember Drew calling me, letting me know, and I'm like, no, you gotta be kidding me. And then Jinder calls me, let me know again, and I'm like, oh, I'm next, Next thing you know, I just waited and waited and waited and nothing. So I literally called Carano. I was like, hey, man, like, am I getting let go or what's going on? And he was like, no, you're safe. That's when I was like blown away. Like, whoa, what? Why? Like, what happened? There's just confusion, And then it was one of those things that I'm lost up there. Like I've been in this rock band, for damn 2 years going around, but now it's just me again. So it was like, well, I already did the whole one-man band thing. And 2, well, I had like a one-man band, one-man rock band, one-man southern rock band, just a one-man band after that. And then after all of that ended, it was, oh, I need a band, 3-on-B for 2 years. After that, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, what now? It's like I didn't want to go back to playing air guitar and looking like an idiot. So it was just like, trying to remold yourself, you know, and then it's like I become this free agent into a guy with a lot of kids that live in a trailer park. So I don't know.
Yeah, where did that idea come from? I got kids. Who came up with that?
Brother, excuse me. I literally had a promo with Brock, and halfway through the promo, like because it's like one of those interaction ones, me and Paul going back and forth, I just forgot my next line. So I'm just like, shit. Damn. So next thing you know, Paul delivered his, and I just remember saying something like, you know what? I got kids. You know, I have to do this. Am I going to get my ass whipped? Probably. You know, like I just went off, like just saying whatever I wanted to where at least the people liked that. You know, they giggled. It was like, yeah, come on, Slater. But it was just one of those things that when you're out there and then you know, with all the written promos most of the time, it's like you forget, you know, because it's not really you saying it. So I just turned into me out there. It's like, man, I got kids, you know, and I guess Vince heard that and was like, that sounds obnoxious, but I love it. So,
next thing you know, it's on a T-shirt.
That was my very first ever singles T-shirt. I got kids. I need this job. Like, come on, man.
Speaking of T-shirts, I appreciate this one. I appreciate this Leonard Skinner T-shirt you're wearing.
Oh yeah, man. Heck yeah. Who doesn't like some Leonard?
No, I like I said, I just had Matt Cardona on, and he's putting himself over with his own gear. I appreciate that you're just rocking your favorite band.
Yeah, they're one of them, man.
Oh, what are the other ones?
Guns N' Roses, I love. Dude, literally, I think I'm just saying this because I've just recently started listening to them again. Do you remember Hinder?
Oh yeah, the Lips of an Angel.
Yeah, man, they had so much good stuff. Like their
what
whole
happened
first,
to those guys?
dude, I don't know. I remember their whole first CD, man. I can just stick it in and listen to it. And I think Hawkins literally posted something about Hinder. And next thing you know, I'm like, hey, Alexa, play some Hinder. You know, and I've been listening to Hinder now.
I can't name one other song other than that one, though.
Lips of an Angel.
That's the only one I know.
Oh, no, dude. Just buy their first CD and just listen. It's so good.
I'll just look it up on Spotify. I don't know if anyone's buying CDs anymore.
Dude, I'm kind of old now. Like,
I'm the exact same age as you, Heath.
36?
I'm 36.
Oh, well, no, I might have an old soul or something.
I don't know.
Maybe.
So, you know, you said you've been spending a lot of time thinking and planning. So,
yeah. What's
the plan?
Man, my plan is to get in the best shape that I can and literally just come back with a whole new look and a whole new me. Just me being me, like what we're doing right now. You know, just because like I always had to play a part, you know, always was something or someone. But man, it's like every time I'm just being me and being myself, like everyone's just like, dude, just do that guy, just be him, just go out there and say that, do that, you know, to where I'm like, shit, that's easy for me now. So, I mean, I think I'm pretty good in the ring. I'm not great. I'm all right. But if I can just be me and have out there and like look good, being me and having fun, can't lose, man. You know?
So, well, if you're going to be you, does that mean you're planning to wrestle under your real name? You're going to be Heath Miller?
I think I'm just going to be just simply Heath. Just Heath. You know, that's it. I mean, it's either that. I don't really want to be Heath Miller, but my middle name is Wallace. So Heath Wallace. I don't know. Because I don't know. I could see that like on a billboard, Wallace. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking Braveheart or something. I don't know. But
being just Heath, I feel like that, you know, that was a missed opportunity in WWE. They took everyone else's last name away. You know, I'm surprised it didn't happen to you.
I know, it's true. I don't know, man. Yeah, probably just Heath.
All right, so we've got you know, a new name, a new attitude, and I'm guessing when things open back up, you're going to be looking into maybe taking some indie bookings.
Oh, of course. Well, I would love to. Like, I want to do it all, man. I just want to swim up the stream and just hit them, have a good time hitting them, man, and just make it like a chapter 2, you know. But it's like, I don't know. A lot of people's telling me it's like I'm going backwards because they're always saying, man, you're supposed to start there and then go to WWE, you know, not stay up there forever and then hit everything on the way down. I was like, well, I mean, that's just the way my cards were dealt, you know. Sorry. My wife's mad at me. I screw the jars on the lids too hard. Come here. And
so we're going to unscrew this live in the interview.
Oh, yeah.
I love
live?
it. No, we're not. We're not live on like. Oh, look at the strength of this man.
Dude, I know. I've been working out.
Wow.
It's all right. She says hi.
Oh, wow.
Where was I at?
I don't know. I got so distracted by the strength of you opening these jars. You were talking about how you started at the top and now you're going to work back.
Yeah. But it's one of those things, like, that's how my cards was dealt, man. Like, I didn't have the opportunity to, go to Japan and hit up all these other feds, and work the indies, or go to, Mexico and Puerto Rico, like all these other guys got to. So they knocked them all out and then, went to WWE. I was lucky enough to get signed in a year and a half on the Georgia indies, like wrestling in Georgia for a year. Bam, I got signed. So it was just one of those things where I'm like, whoa, all right, I'm here. Heck yeah, I must be good. But then, 14 years later, man, I stayed with them. And I'm not the type of guy that's ever going to quit. So, I mean, if I'm going to keep signing contracts, of course, like, let's go. Hopefully something's good going to happen, Yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, I never got the opportunity to do that, and there's like I was saying, there's some good little, organizations out there to where you can have a lot of fun with.
Are you hopeful that WWE maybe in a year or 2 or 3 will say, hey, we figured things out and we'd love to have you back?
I mean, if they do, they do. I mean, I'm not planning on that to just happen, I mean, I'm gonna have to bust my ass and, reinvent myself and do my thing, get it like stuff stirring again. So, but I'm kind of good at that. So I think, that I'm where I'm at right now. I want to go and have fun, look good doing it, and just, like I said, have fun. That's my main goal right now. Like, I've done good with my money. We got everything set up. It's one of those things where, like, I'm okay. So I want to go out there, have fun, and just rock it, man. Look good doing it, though.
Of course. Was there a point where this wasn't fun anymore?
Oh, yeah, of course. Man, of course, man. Like I was saying, like before, like, everyone knew that I was burnt out. Like I was. Like, I mean, like, during my Rhinos run was awesome and fun, but then towards the end, when it was just the same thing over and over and over and over again, and then he left, and then I was doing nothing for like 3 years. It was just, you burn out, and I mean, this happens to, like, everyone. When I say that, they're just like, oh, how can you be burnt out? How can you do this? Man, you can't tell me other people at their jobs, doesn't get burnt out. Like, it happens. It happens. Sorry, but it happens. But it's just one of those things where, like, I was burnt out. I wasn't being used. And when I was being used, it was just getting my ass slaughtered. So it's like, damn, like, I could do more than just this, But it's just one of those things where, like, you do get burned out, but that's on me, like, it's not like I, like, really pushed and strived to get what I wanted either. So it's like, I'm not blaming them for nothing. If anything, it's all on me. But I mean, I was burnt out, and, like, I know my coworkers saw it, my family saw it, but it was like, I've told people this before, like, I would have never quit, but with this release, gave me that chance to get motivated again. Gave me that chance to, like, oh, the fire's out, but if you stir it a little bit, you can see that flame. Like, I guess the main thing is motivated. Like, I'm motivated again.
I like it.
Like, that's the 100% the main key. Like,
yeah,
I'm wanting to go out there and, like, show my ass and prove myself, but it's motivation, man. I got it back. Like, I'm motivated to do things again and go out there and actually perform work and do it my way.
How much of the travel is what, kind of factored into you being burnt out?
Bro, it was a decade every week. I mean, with the travel, man, it was like the first 6 years, I was home 2 days a week, if that.
Wow.
A week. And this is like 5-6 years, like on the road every week, getting home. The first day you're home, you're just tired and a zombie, and then the next day you're okay, or waking up, and all this stuff. And then the following day, you got to fly right back out. And then it's, Friday show, Saturday show, Sunday show, Monday show, Tuesday TV, home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday back out, it's just go. I mean, like I was telling Lillian, it was one of those things to where, like, I had to watch my first girl's steps on Facebook or FaceTime, I missed Christmases, Halloween, dance recitals, and all of that weighs on you, Man, it's like I'm getting a little emotional talking about it. But it's one of those things, like, man, it was like, it just weighs on you.
Yeah.
But WWE's a good job, and it's where I always wanted to be, So it's like a tug of war battle, because it's like I'm providing for them, but I have to sacrifice for them to get that. It's just one of those things to where it's like it's a double blade.
Yeah. When you say that, it's on you that you didn't push for some of the things that you wanted, what would you hope that you could have pushed for? Or what could you have accomplished that you didn't really fight for?
The whole free agent thing is what always comes to my mind, because when we always was talking about it, it was like for me to work my butt off for Stephanie and Shane, but I get a shot at the IC title and I win that, and that's how I get a contract. That was the whole story. And then it went from that to the tag team titles, and I get signed and put with Rhino and stuff like that. I mean, which was great, and I love Rhino, but it was one of those things where I'm like, man, I already been tag team champion 3 times. Like, let me swim this way a little bit, I mean, shoot, let me get it, and then next week I'll lose it, like, whatever. But it's like, let's get that, but they wanted to get it this way, so we went that way.
Something that Matt touched on in his interview was sometimes they only see you the way that, you entered the company, and, you guys both entered the company super young.
Yeah.
And, you might be 5 or 10 years into your career and they're still thinking of you as that 20, 22-year-old. Do you think that might have been part of it?
I kind of feel like with WWE, they have like these tiers of shelves, but you start at the bottom shelf, and then, there's always that top shelf, and then you got your middle shelves, it was just like at a grocery store. But I felt like for some reason I'm always on that second shelf. I never could get to the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, I was always stuck on that second shelf. And then whenever they wanted to use me, they'd take me off the shelf, shine me up, put me out there, but they put me right back on that second shelf. I could never go out there, shine for the people and everything, come back and get on the third shelf saying, oh, we could use him more or nothing. I feel like I've always been like on that second shelf to where I'm just like, dude, why can't I climb up to the third or the fourth level? Like, I can have good matches with these guys and make them look amazing. Like, what's the problem here? Like that was always my, like, what the hell? Why can't I move up? Like, what's going on? Like, why is that ceiling so thick? But then again, they honestly might think of me as West Virginia country boy with no teeth with 30 kids at a trailer park. What I was playing, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Well, I don't know their mindset. Like, I try to talk to them, but it's like, you never know. You always go around the bush.
But now you've got the opportunity to be and do anything you want to do.
That's why I'm happy and excited.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
New chapter here.
What was your reaction when your name was brought up in Cody's live Q&A and he said, Heath? No to Heath.
It was funny because I think it was like 2 days later, one of my buddies sent me a thing of it and was like, is this true? And I like read it, and I'm like, first thing I thought of was like, one was, I mean, me and Cody, we've never had harsh words or nothing, like We never disliked each other, but I know how Cody is, you know. And when he said it, I was either like, he's either serious, which he very well could be, who knows, or he wants a reaction. He knows I don't shut up, you know. I tell you how I feel, you know. I mean, people should know this by now. So it's one of those things where I'm like, oh no, huh? You didn't even scratch your damn head, even think about it. Like, my goodness, like, to me, like, a lot of people might see me as Heath Slater, WWE superstar, jobber, you know, workhorse, always put the guys over, whatever it is, you know. But in reality, I'm a 14-year vet. My goodness, I have wrestled everyone underneath the daggone sun, anyone and everyone you can think of. You know, I have been trained by Mr. Hughes, Rocky King, Pistol Pez Watley, Abdullah the Butcher, Elix Skipper, Bill DeMont, Dr. Tom, Norman Smiley, Billy Kidman, Steve Kern, Dusty Rhodes. Like, I have a list of guys that has sprinkled stuff on me, you know, to where I'm like, shoot, there's a lot up here that I never could show. But now I'm going to be able to show what I want and do what I want. Bad business decision? Hell yes. You know, but it's his business. Whatever he wants to choose.
Well, I think he followed up and basically said, you should obviously be able to tell that I was joking.
Maybe. But who knows? This is Cody. I never know with it.
I guess. Well, I mean, when you talk about that travel schedule being really tough with WWE, AEW's travel schedule would be perfect for you.
I don't even know what it's like, man. Like, what is it? Did they do just TVs once a week?
Hey,
I've watched it.
You either fly in Tuesday evening or early Wednesday morning, and then you fly out Thursday morning.
Oh, baby. Wow. That's nice. I'll salute to that.
Yeah, you're gone for one, maybe 2 nights, and then once a month with the pay-per-views. It's one weekend.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure you know this from your friends that are in AEW.
Well, I mean, I speak to them and everything, but like, we usually talk about life and, you know, and how it is there, you know. We don't really talk about traveling schedules and stuff like that. But shoot. That's great. That's a good schedule. A very good schedule, yes.
Well, from your friends that are in AEW, what do they say about how it is there?
Man, they're having fun. Legit having fun.
And that's what you want to be having.
Exactly, you know. So it's one of those things where, like, they're having fun. They don't have no bad words. That's a fact. So that's always a plus, you know. But then again, it's just one of those things where, like, I mean, it's brand new, you know, like, it's new, you know. So you never know what's going to go on, you know, 2 years down the road, 3 years, who knows, you know. But as of right now, the ones I talk to, they're just loving it, and I mean, that's good for them.
Well, that's not the only option. Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor. You could go to Japan. NWA has a great thing going right now.
I wouldn't mind to hit up all of them. You know,
why not?
You know, just go in, have some fun with whoever it is, and move to the next one.
If you had the chance to spend some time in Japan, since you know you haven't wrestled there, is that something you'd be interested in?
Of course, 100%.
I feel like you're going to say yes to everything. I love this. This is great.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I mean, well, I like New Japan, one, because I always did want to go, you know, and two, it's like I've got friends over there and like friends over here that, you know, still go back and forth, you know. So, but it's just one of those things to where, like, just the atmospheres over there are so different, you know, the crowd's so different. But then again, it's like they get into it in different ways to where your work's going to have to be different also and everything. But, like, I just like the fact because, I mean, shoot, it's New Japan. I mean, it's been around for forever to where, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like one of those, like, any wrestler I feel would always want to be there and go there.
Yeah. Do you have an opponent, not necessarily in Japan, but do you have an opponent that you haven't worked with somewhere that you'd love to do some work with?
I would, like, over there, you know, like, I remember Tanahashi came to FCW, and this was a decade or so, no, longer than that, yeah. It was when FCW finally got into the warehouse. He came down. I want to say he was with Yoshi, but he came down for a visit, and just talking, shaking hands and stuff, but then left. And then he was huge in Japan. And but I remember there, me and him just talking and stuff, and he had like his hair all cut weird and wild and stuff. But then I remember seeing his clips and everything, and then people reminded me that was him. And I was like, oh crap, and then he became the megastar over there, to where like I would like to go and work him over there, to where I feel like that would be cool. And like another match is like Kenny Omega. I worked him back in developmental days in Deep South, and that's the only match me and him ever had, and we were babies, to where I like to work him again, because it was only one time, but then again, I feel like now, us being seasoned, matured and everything, like I feel like we can kill it, so.
Well, I think a lot of people, at least in their recent memory, I've seen a lot of short matches of yours, or I've seen, a lot of tag matches. If we really take it back here, and if someone really wants to see what you're all about, what match do you recommend they take a look at?
Oh, goodness. I know the one that me and PJ Black did back in FCW, and this is a long time ago.
Wow.
Dude, we had a 30-minute Iron Man match, to where
a 3-man 30-minute Iron match?
No. It was me and PJ Black with a 30-minute Iron Man match. And Dusty, was on commentating. Howard Finkel introduced us. Arn Anderson came down to be the agent. Like, they made it like special and big. And we had 30 minutes to go. We went down all the way down to, I think, 3 seconds to when he beat me. But that was like one of the last matches as a singles competitor that I had time in, instead of doing like, that's what I'm saying. Instead of doing like 10 minutes here, 12 minutes there, not really showcasing, kind of rushing. Like that match, we actually took our time, and it was like paced and good, but that was that long ago. I had long hair, down to here, so it's like, my goodness. But it's like one of those things to where, like, I feel like over my years, I became more of that entertainer wrestler instead of the wrestler. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to entertain and have fun, but I'm just going to try to showcase more things now and stuff like that, I guess.
Well, you've got the opportunity. You could wrestle PJ Black. He's wrestling all over the place still.
That's very true, man. I actually just got off the phone with him probably about an hour ago. Before I got on here with you.
Oh, what a great guy.
He is.
He's been on the show before. I'm such a big fan of his work, and just him as a person.
Oh, yeah. He's a great guy.
You talk about your long hair, which is obviously such a different look than what you have now. Mm-hmm. Take me through the process of that change in your look.
When you talking about from long
just
hair?
When you went from long hair to short hair.
Man, I remember Johnny Ace came to me at Deep South, and this was before I was signed. And I was just going up there being their little, rag doll. And he looked at me and he was like, man, you're good. I need to sign some guys. Grow your hair out for me. Okay. 6 months later, I think, it was in that awkward stage of where you can't do nothing with it. There's a few pictures out there to where it's like spiked to where it looks like I stuck my finger in electric.
Oh, kind of like mine right now.
No, yours was way better. Mine was horrible, like Drop Dead Fred style, like just nasty. And he came and looked at me. He was like, hey, you growing your hair out. You listen. He was like, you can have a tryout, that type deal. So I'm like, great. Then I had a tryout and got signed. So from there on, I just let it keep growing and growing and growing until it was like to that point where I can like double bun it on top of my head. It was just so long. And then I let it grow as long as can be, shaking it, coming out to my music, being that cocky dude I was down there. And then right before NXT, he told me to cut it. And I just was like, whoa, what? I was like, you had me growing this hair out for this long, and now you want me just to cut it? He's like, yeah, I cut it off. I was like, no. He was like, what do you mean, no? I was like, man, if anything, I'm going to cut it like here. Like, I can't cut it all the way off. Like, there ain't no way. So then he was like, all right, take it to your shoulders. So that's when I debuted on NXT on television with the shorter hair, because I had to fight to keep it that long, because he wanted me to cut it just to look different. And I'm like, hell no, I can't do that. And then from there on, it was just like, man, it was like, it'll get in your mouth when you wrestle and choke you. And then it's like one of those things, like with me, I would always wash it, but then put it in a bun and go to sleep. And then I wake up the next morning and then it would just stink again because I just let it sit, you know, with the water in it. I'm like, man. And then like it always had this kink in it to where I would have to have a hair straightener and try to straighten it. And I don't use hair straighteners, you know, so I'm always trying to straighten it and everything. And it's just, I don't know, just too much is what it was. And then I remember I got hurt or something. I was out for like 2 months before a Rumble, and I just cut it all off, showed up at TV, and everyone just was like,
what you didn't ask them?
Oh, no, I just did it. And they just look at me like, what the hell is that? You know, what'd you do that for? I was like, man, I need to change. I didn't want to do it no more. I just couldn't do it.
Wow.
And that's how it, pretty much the process.
Well, you know, is the new character, the new gimmick, going to have even different hair now?
You might have like no hair. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe you have no hair now, and that's why you're wearing a hat.
No, it's still there. No, it's not. It's already gone.
Are you serious?
Nope.
I don't know.
You don't even know.
Of course I don't know. Man.
No, it's one of those things where like I have 3 options in my head. One, just to grow it all the way out again, which that's probably not going to happen. And then cut it really, 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 really short, just to where I don't have to worry about it. Or I want to go with like that faux Hulk mohawk.
Okay.
Like just big, like Rufio. You know?
Yeah.
Something like that. But then again, it's like in between those 3.
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Let's hope. Hopefully,
I just look back at your, 14-year career, and it's like you were put in tag teams, you were put in groups, you were put in factions, and it just doesn't seem like you were given the chance ever to really go on your own.
I never was, man. The only shot that I had on my own was whenever 3-on-B broke up, and it was literally a month of single runs and a little bit single wrestling on the live events, and then I think it was like, shoot, where'd it go from there? Slater Gator, I think, maybe, and then Slater Gator from there to whatever else the other ones I did. But yeah, just I don't know.
Do you count your, that run you had where you got squashed by the Legends? You count that in there?
Well, that wasn't even supposed to happen. That was supposed to have been me wrestle Vader, and then it's supposed to have been someone else the following week, with Legends, just wrestling whoever, just showing up.
Yeah.
To where, like, I literally walked in to Carano's office and saw, Heath Slater versus Big Van Vader, and I'm like, what? Like, hold on, no. Is this a joke? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm thinking, one of the little guys is going to run out in a Vader costume and they just kill me or whatever. But it was just one of those things where, like, I go to Carano, I'm like, what? He's like, yep, he's here. It's happening. I'm like, whoa, no way. And then before the match, I was talking to, I think Mike Rotundo was my agent. And I was like, so is this happening each week? And he was like, yeah, leading up to Raw 1000, man. He's like, there will be new legends coming each week. I said, who are they going to be working? He's like, just me. He's like, nah. He's like, you ain't going to just be you. It's going to be other guys. I was like, no, hell no. I was like, let this be me. Let me be like, we don't want these old timers here no more. Instead of like me being the legend killer like Randy was, I'll be the legend builder or something. Like, I don't know. So after the match with Vader, I walked to the writing room, pitched it. I remember Vince was up in Gorilla. I went up to Gorilla and I was like, hey, this is my spot. Like, I want to work every one of these legends, that's coming in. He just looked at me. He's like, really? I was like, every one of them. I said, every one of them. Let me have them, And he just like, okay, all right, let's talk about it. Like that type deal. Wow. So I went to the writers, and the next thing you know, man, it was me. They give me a little promo. I cut the BS, and that's how it happened.
Did you look at Mike Rotunda and go, Are you going to be one of them?
Yeah. No, he probably wouldn't want to get in the ring with me.
Who were you most surprised by that you got to work during that run?
Well, Vader and Sid,
Yeah.
those were the two that I was like, whoa, what? Because like I didn't expect it at all. Like the whole Vader one was like, whoa, but when it was Sid and you haven't saw him since his accident, all that stuff.
He looks good too.
Yeah, he is. He's a big dude, man. And it was just one of those things where I'm just like, I remember being a kid and being scared of these dudes. And next thing I know, like I'm in the ring, cutting promo and working them now,
Wow.
to where it was like a big full circle thing. Because like I remember back when it was NWA, WCW, and Sid coming out in the all black singlet, and that was it. And then Vader coming out with that mastodon helmet that shot smoke up and everything. Like, and here I am in the ring about to work these dudes, and these are like, whoa, this is kind of really cool right now.
Who were the people that you like loved growing up? And I love that the birds are chirping in the background. You're like, I don't live in the country, and there's birds chirping throughout this whole interview. It's amazing.
I thought that was your phone ringing, man.
Yeah, right. Now, who are the people that you really like, idolized growing up?
Growing up, man, like, of course, I was a huge Sting fan. Like, Sting was my guy. Like,
So you were a WCW guy?
yeah, I was more WCW than WWE, just because WCW would always come to my Civic Center. It would be like it would be the one that I could watch on my television. Like, it was just one of those things where like they would always come around, and I just related to that bunch more, I guess. I don't know. But growing up, absolutely loved Sting, loved Flying Brian Pillman, the great Muda. I always, for some reason, liked the people with the face paint, but never thought about wearing face paint.
Are you thinking about it now?
Probably not. Oh no, it might be a good thing to hide this. I don't know.
What are you talking about? You look great.
But yeah, like Legion of Doom. But I love the Midnight Express too, though, with Jim Cornette. But I think I really loved them because of their music. I remember every time the music hit, I just be bopping my head to it, like enjoying it. But yeah, those were like the ones that I like really sucked my teeth in growing up, like that bunch in that era and stuff.
Do you have new music picked out for when you do?
Yeah, one of my buddies, name's Matt Mullins. He's making it for me. Yeah, he sent me a copy of it actually a couple days ago. Yeah, so we're like fine tweaking stuff and everything.
Man, this is being proactive. I love it.
Oh yeah, you have to be, man.
Well, obviously the news came down on April 15th. How long did it take you to be okay with everything and to go, all right, it's time to, kind of pick up and move forward from here?
I want to say the next day. It was just one of those things to where, like, when it happened, it was one of those like, damn, but I don't want to say that I was shocked, or surprised or anything. It was just one of those things where it's like, what happened? I mean, it happened. So now it's either I can sit here and reminisce on the good old days, or I can, start and going to work. It's like, I mean, I do have kids, 2 kids, not 15, but it's one of those things. It's like, I can't stop. Shit, I'm 36, man. It's time for me to get that old man strength in me, man. Get
Stop
big.
pretending like 36 is old.
Brother, it is. In my days, I'm old right now.
I don't feel old.
Yeah, but you haven't been getting thrown through tables, off of cages, hit with chairs, it dropped on your back for 15 years.
This is true. With that said, do you have something that when you first wake up in the morning, you take that first step out of bed that you go, ooh, that part hurts?
It's every morning, man. And
is every part
left side of my hip.
It's your hip.
Right here. Left side, right there.
Okay.
Back here. Every morning I'll get up. I'll just be like, shit. And then I try to get up.
Now, is it something that like just works itself out throughout the day, or is this something that you think you're going to need surgery on eventually?
I mean, I hope not, but it's always tight. It always, hurts, It's just, I just think over just the years, man, just consistently falling on your back and your hips and, you know, people slamming you wrong and you landing on your hips and stuff like that. But I mean, this goes for every one of us. But, you know, luckily now I'm starting to take care of myself better. I mean, this has been for like, you know, last year or so. But before that, man, I'd go to the ring, touch my toes, twist my hips, and I'm ready to go. You know, like that was it. Like I didn't stretch out or I just go, you know, just not even thinking about it. But now it's like I can tell now when I do stretch and loosen up, I feel way better than when I don't. So I'm starting to put that in my little repertoire of stuff. And Darren Young, you know, Freddie, he always jumps my ass, man. Dude, stretch. Why don't you stretch, man? Like, I mean, this has been back in developmental days. Dude, why aren't you stretching? You got to stretch. So now I'm stretching after 14 years, Darren.
You got to get on that DDP yoga.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I should, man.
That would probably fix your hip.
I'm about to say a lot of people swear by it.
Yeah.
I need to. I need to.
I think you just call up Dallas and say, "Hey, man, let's make this happen."
Yeah, hit me with the bang, man.
He would make that happen.
Of course, he actually did it.
Of course, only for the people watching this. When you first signed your contract, who was it that really took you under their wing, really showed you the ropes, and you know, kind of helped guide you along?
You talking about like in developmental days, or when I was on the road? On developmental.
Well, how about a little bit of both then?
In developmental days, man, Dr. Tom Pritchard, man, like the best by far. Broke me open, showed me the ways, talked to me like a friend, you know, gave me good advice inside, outside the ring. Like he's the one that pretty much opened me up, you know, to be, you know, who I am right now, like just free and having a good time, you know. But Steve Kern showed me how to be like that turn to gear, aggressive, you know, like I would always hear him, like whenever I'm kicking someone, I just hear him, kick it harder, kick it harder, you know, like I just hear that and I'm just like, you know, mother, you know, like just digging in. But yeah, like those two helped me out a lot back in the day. But like when I got to WWE, like over the years, man, like Adam Edge, you know, he would always, you know, share good advice with me, you know, stuff like that. Mark Henry would always share good advice with me. Big Show would help me out. You know, Taker would like share advice, but he'd be like intimidating when he does it, you know. So it's one of those things like you take it, all right, yeah, cool, you know. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of Arn Anderson, man. Like Arn Anderson was a guy that pushed for me, believed in me. I mean, even whenever we were in Atlanta, we would ride back to Charlotte. We would ride back together and just talk for 4 hours, you know, just chit chatting, you know. And I dropped him off at his house, and I take the car back and stuff like that. But yeah, he always like, I don't know, he always seen something in me and always was like, come here, you know, try it this way, try it that way, do it this way, you know, try to move your body, like just little things too. But I mean, hell, it's Arn Anderson. He knows what the hell he's talking about, you know. But Arn always had my back.
And everyone I've spoken to that's worked with Dusty, even for any length of time, always has something great to say about how he helped to, you know, kind of guide your character as well. Was that the same case for you?
You talking about Dusty Rhodes?
Yeah.
Oh man, like yeah, he would always help me with my promos, just because he would always tell me, he's like, man, you got so much personality, baby. He was like, so much. He said, just let it out, you know. And that's why I've been like, was shaking my hair, humping a ring post, you know, shaking my like, dude, you told me to let it out, so I'm letting it out, you know. But he made me like so comfortable of just being whatever fantasy guy that was up here, the wild man, that if I did it in public, it'd probably been a bad idea, but in those ropes, man, I get away with anything, you know. And he was just always, man, you got so much personality, dude. Just let it out. Don't be shy. He was like, that's your world, that's your room, that's your house right there. Like he would always just make me believe that probably I was way better than what I am, you know, but he gave me that confidence to make me just be like, you know, let it go, you know, just let it go and let it out. Dusty made me pushed me to just turn that charisma and, you know, up and have fun with it.
When wrestling does start happening again and, you know, and your 90 days are up and you can, you know, work elsewhere.
July 18th, man.
What day?
July 18th.
That's okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Is it one of your goals to be a singles champion?
Well, I mean, of course, you know, I would love to be a singles champion. I mean, whoever says they wouldn't, you know, it's crazy. But it's one of those things where, like, yes, but I just want, my main goal, like I told you before, is to have fun. But I just want to make whoever, you know, wherever I fall at, wherever I go, I just want to be there for them like I was with WWE and just make it the best all around place, you know, I can bring there, you know. That's my whole goal, you know, because like my favorite thing is the locker room. You know, I love going in there BSing with the boys and having a good time, you know. So it's one of those things where like I feel like wherever I do land, wherever I do go, I just want to try to make it the best all around, you know, organization it is. And if I can shine a little bit of light in it somehow, you know, let me shine, you know. Yeah. So my whole goal is, yes, of course I'll take a singles title or 2 or 3, 4, I don't care. But I just want to have a good time and make sure, you know, the people around me and the matches that I do provide and do is just good and entertaining.
If we talk about singles champions, a guy that was in 3-man band with you is now the world champion, Drew McIntyre, which is what an interesting path he had, you know, to be in 3-man band, released, comes back, completely new look, completely new gimmick, and now he's the world champion. Did you always know that he had that in him?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Like he always did, you know, but like, you know, just like with like just, you know, anyone, you know, you fight for so long and then sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes, you know, your cards aren't played right or whatever it is, you know, and you got to start over again. But he always had drive. He always had the look. He always had the in-ring ability. I mean, he's a specimen, man. Like, and he is him now, I think would be better than he ever would be if he stayed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like him leaving, I think just made him survive, find who the hell he is, and he kicked down the damn doors again and came in charging, you know? And I mean, I don't want to get in his way. He's big as hell, you know? So, but no, man, of course I knew he had it in him. But that's a fact.
I just kind of, you know, I kind of feel for you when 2 of the 3 guys from 3MB go on to be world champions and you're not even given, you know, a fair shake.
You know what? I mean, like I said, that's however you play your cards. You know, man, maybe it wasn't lined up for me this time.
Well, you're the dealer now.
Oh, of course. You know, yeah. So I'm gonna make sure. Like I can just tell you this much: I'm gonna make sure I do play my cards right. I am focused. I am ready to take on new challenges, and just hang on and hold on because, damn it, it's gonna be a roller coaster ride, but it's gonna be fun. So yeah, just hang on with me.
I think that's a pretty good place to end this. And man, it's been such a great conversation with you. I really appreciate your time.
Oh shoot, did I just lose you?
No, we're still on.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't worry.
It came up on my battery. It was like 10% left. I'm like, oh.
They were at perfect timing then to wrap things up. Unless there's anything else that you want to add, like your new merch.
Well, yeah, Pro Wrestling Tees, man. I got some awesome damn T-shirts. Everyone get them. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're not bad. But yeah, I got some shirts out there. I'm thinking about wanting to sell some of my gear, and yeah, I don't really know what else is up.
Well, I guess July 18th,
probably do
right?
Have other things. Yeah, July 18th for sure, man. July 18th is whenever I'm capable of going and doing things. Bad thing about it is this whole damn pandemic, but
yeah. Hopefully there's some places that are open to go to on July 18th.
Let's hope.
I guess we'll find out. But Heath, I'm super excited for what's next for you, man. I think that the sky's the limit now.
Thank you. Sky is the limit. There ain't no ceiling above me now.
Love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Well, there we go. Big thank you to Heath Slater for taking the time to do this interview. Big thank you to you for watching and watching all the way until the end. Thanks for being a subscriber, because I assume that there's no way you would watch all the way until the end of this video if you weren't a subscriber. So I don't even know why that's coming up on the screen right now. So in the next few days / weeks, we have more interviews with recently released WWE superstars. So I might as well just tell you who they are. The Hurricane is coming up next week. Then we've got Aiden English, and as a little surprise sprinkled in there, an unbelievable conversation with Bubba Ray Dudley, aka Bully Ray. He really hasn't done like a long form conversation like this. So, oh man, so excited about that. Also so excited about July 18th. That's the day that Heath can finally sign somewhere else, can finally appear somewhere else. Well, not just him, anybody who was released on April 15th. That is the date circled on their calendar. I guess you don't really circle dates on calendars anymore, but that is the date entered into their calendar. And man, I'm so excited to see what happens. He's going to be like that little bird, growing the wings and leaving the nest for the first time. Little baby bird, like he said. So I'm so excited because I think he has untapped potential. And this is just the start for him. So I can't wait to see what happens with Heath. And hang on, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on those other interviews coming up before the end of the month.